Welcome back to Local 4 Midday. The Nebraska Extension offices do a lot in helping farmers and ag businesses in our state, and working together is a big part of that. So Ron Seymour here with Adams County Extension Office and Talon Muse with the Extension offices in Buffalo, Dawson, and Hall counties. And you're not just Adams County either,
Correct.
Ron.
My area is Adams, Webster, Franklin, and Kearney counties, and I do cropping systems in there, just like Talon uses cropping systems. That's kind of how we work. We have specialty areas that we work in those areas. Like I take care of the crops. We have somebody else is doing livestock. Somebody else is doing 4-H. Those different programs like that, so that we can really stay on top of our game when we're talking about these different things. And in my background, I do insect management, and I do that on a lot of the central part of the state, and just depends on what's the needs. And just like Talon, he is getting a master's degree in plant pathology, and so we're really glad to have Talon over in Lexington. And so, Talon, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, so as she said, I cover Dawson, Buffalo, and Hall, based there at the Lexington County Fairgrounds. And like he said, I am focused on kind of that crop protection with a focus on disease management. And so I'm really looking forward to working with Ron on some integrated pest management workshops and all those kinds of things that we can provide farmers and growers and how they can best manage pests on their operations.
Right. It must be nice to be able to kind of work kind of back and forth together. And maybe if you're seeing stuff in your area, it's very likely that we might be seeing it over here, kind of over in the Hastings area as well, perhaps.
That's right. Yeah. And while we're specialized a little bit in this pest management area, we do cover all the crop issues that people have. And as you know, I do some horticulture things, but I work with Elizabeth Ekstrom extensively, who's in Buffalo, Hall counties, and she has much of this area. And so we all work together just to make sure that we're providing the best information that we can for the people in Nebraska.
Right. Kind of 3 counties, that seems to be a lot. Is it a daunting task, or like you said, when you have other people to kind of work alongside, does that help out?
Yeah, definitely kind of like the delegation of tasks is important, but really kind of right there along the interstate's not too bad. The travel's shorter than some people have kind of in the northwest and those kinds of areas out in the panhandle where they have larger regions. But I really do kind of enjoy my area. It's very kind of heavily row cropping systems and heavily irrigated area of the state. And so that's kind of where my background and interests lie. And so I'm really glad to be where I am, and I'm really looking forward to working with Ron and the rest of the extension team here in the future.
Very nice. And I suppose when it comes to maybe workshops and things like that, do you guys task in on some of that stuff as well?
We do. We work together on planning those workshops and making sure that they're covered with the local people. And then if there's an issue, somebody will go and take care of the workshop for somebody else. And so we just all do work together. An example, just here recently, we had these crop production clinics in there across the state, and I traveled to 3 communities to be able to do those. And Talon was there at those also, providing his specialty area.
Wonderful. Well, so much great work that the Extension offices do for farmers and agriculture in general. So thank you both so much for coming in, and nice to meet you, Talon.
Thank you.
All right, stick with us. Your forecast next.